what you would see in an episode. What is a thumbnail sketch? Thumbnail gets its name because it was a drawing that the director would do right in the margin of the script. The size of your thumbnail, if your thumbnail was in a perfect horizontal 6:9 orientation, and he's going to do the larger than that, of course, and we will see the scene come to life. You will see the characters kind of get placed. You want to look for blocking, you want to look for basic poses. That's what someone like Bernard is doing when he starts this process. Of course, he wouldn't normally do it while we're reading the script live. This would normally happen at a later stage, but you're going to see exactly what he would do if he was listening to the track after we recorded it. What we're about to read is advice things are ad nice, snippets thereof. And what we did, because we want to feature the actors we have here today, we took a little chunk of B story. Writers talk about A stories and B stories. We took the B story from another episode. That's a two-hander between just Linda and Teddy. He comes to her with a very specific problem that he needs help with, which will become clear as we read. The script, the A story is about, I think it'll be self-explanatory, but Tina gets the gig writing an anonymous advice column for the school paper. It's anonymous. They don't know who she is. She doesn't know who's writing it.
Like a Dear Abby.
Like a Dear Abby, exactly. So I'll read, and because Benjamin and Eugene aren't here, we were very light on Bob and Gene. I think they have a couple lines each. I'll fill those in, and I'll read the stage directions as we do at our Real Table Reads. Sit back and enjoy, if you will, our D23 exclusive reading of section of advice things are ad nice. Interior, Belcher, kitchen morning. The Belchers are having breakfast. Tina is standing at the counter looking at the laptop.
Tina, come have breakfast and stop looking at your TikToks.
Tina turns to join them at the table.
It's been days and no one has submitted a question to ask an 8th grader. Also, Mom, Dad, remember, you can't tell anyone my secret identity.
Yeah, we know. We heard you say that many times that you said that.
Anyone.
We promise!
I just feel like I could really help people if I had the chance, you know?
Louise clocks this but doesn't say anything.
Tina, I'll ask you a question. Should you finally wash your shirt, or should you just keep wearing it even though it's covered in stains?
Like what? Oh my god.
It's like a baby's bed.
Like exploding baby.
You should wash it, Dad.
And that's advice from a professional.
We cut to the restaurant, the dining room. Later that day, Linda's behind the counter. Teddy enters.
Hi, Linda. Coffee, please. Make it double, because I am having a day.
Aw, yeah?
And the Happy Mask Sad Mask Players are putting on a theatrical production of the modern classic Sling Blade.
Oh, the movie about landscaping.
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, the actor got sick in his opening night tonight. I've been doing some work at the theater building sets, and I've been around for rehearsals, so Kathleen thought I could do that part.
Oh, Teddy, that's great.
Hey, I don't know though. I'm nervous about my one line. Sling Blade's working in the engine repair shop, and I come in and say, I broke my molar.
You what?
My molar. See?
Are you trying to say lawnmower?
Yes, but when I was a kid, I said molar. My parents thought I was so cute, they never corrected me. It's stuck. And I can't say the word right. So I just tried to move forward, build a life where I wouldn't have to say that word. And Kathleen asked me to play this word, and now I have to go out there in front of God and everybody and say, I broke my molar. Oh, God, I can't say the word, my molar.
Teddy, look at me. Teddy, calm down. Breathe. Teddy, breathe. Well, you get saying the word right, okay? We'll get you saying it.
Thank you.
There he is.
Also, I'm not very comfortable with my cut-off jean shorts they want me to wear. Stuff's kind of hanging out.
Okay, one thing at a time.
We cut to the Belcher apartment that night, Louise's room. Louise is in her loft bed on the laptop, Tina's journal by her side. Linda enters to say goodnight. Louise quickly throws the covers over the laptop and the journal.
Good night, Louise. What have you got under there?
Oh, just my little growing body.
Well, good night.
Good night.
Linda turns like she's gonna leave, but then she whips around and pulls back the covers.
Aha! What are you doing with the laptop? Is that Tina's journal?
I was submitting a question to ask an 8th grader so Tina would have at least one measly letter to answer.
Well, that's a sneaky but nice thing to do. But why Tina's journal?
I needed material. I'm a youthful, innocent 9-year-old. I don't have any weird puberty drama yet, but this thing is full of it. I mean, we should donate this to the Smithsonian to be studied. Also,
What?
well, I think Tina got like extra mad about the cereal incident the other day, so maybe this makes up for that. You know, 1 letter equals 3 bowls of chocolatey chippy chops, unless we're on the metric system.
Oh, well, that's sweet. Let's see what you got so far.
Louise turns the laptop towards Linda.
Hi, I'm a teenage person and I'm pubing all over the place. Like the ding-dong puberty bell. I've got butt zits, boob hairs, so much sweat in my undercarriage area, and maybe a little mustache depending on what light I'm in. Okay, wow, this needs a little finesse.
What do you mean? It seems great to me.
No, move over. I'm coming in. Come on, come
Linda
on.
climbs up the stairs and makes her way onto the top bunk.
Come on, scooch, scooch.
I'm trying. I didn't know grown-ups could climb up here.
Yeah, grown-ups who come up here. I'm the one who changes the sheets on this bed. It's the hardest thing I do every 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Linda takes the laptop and starts typing.
So, you gotta make this kid seem like a real person, like this. I'm feeling a little insecure about some stuff.
Oh, wow, that's good. A lot of typos, but that's okay. We'll fix those later.
I'm concentrating.
Sorry.
We cut to the kitchen apartment. Next morning, the family's eating breakfast. Tina is at the kitchen counter on the laptop.
Morning, everyone. I'm just gonna check the Ask an 8th Grader inbox and see that it's still empty.
Oh, good idea.
She refreshes the laptop.
Oh my God, I got a letter.
Oh, wow.
What acne, boob hairs, puberty, from someone named Miss Am I Normal?
That's a fun name.
Wow, I feel like I really get this person. I mean, they wrote about the stuff that's kind of right up my alley.
Oh, what a great letter. I mean, I didn't read it, but I'm sure it's great.
Lynn, you okay?
She's happy for Tina. Show some support, Dad. Maybe offer up a high five for once in your life.
Okay,
Damn straight.
okay, ow. Wagstaff cafeteria. Later, the kids are reading and pointing at the school newspaper. We hear Tina's voiceover as she reads her reply to Miss Am I Normal?
I want you to know that you're not alone, and I'm 100% sure that someone out there has the same problems and the same questions. And remember, your body is like a free sample at Froyo Mama. You only get one, so you might as well enjoy it.
Angle on the Belcher kids sitting together.
Wow, Tina, you're calm as the bell of the butts at ball.
Shh, yeah. Not that I want Miss Am I Normal to have a lot more problems, but I hope she writes them again. I hope she has a lot more problems.
Angle on Louise processing. We cut to the restaurant. Linda's behind the counter. Teddy's at his stool.
Lawn.
Lord.
Mower.
Mower.
Now put them together.
Oh, Lord.
Again. Lawn.
Lord.
Mower.
Mower.
Lawn mower.
Oh, Lord.
No. Hey, does it have to be a lawn mower? Could your leaf blower be broken?
Oh, surely they just come in and change the sacred text of Sling Blade, a beloved timeless classic story? Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, let's try this. Every time you say mow order, I slap your face. Not too hard, kind of hard. You ready?
Okay.
Lawn mower.
Oh, yeah. Ow!
The kids enter wearing their backpacks.
Hey kids, how was school?
Great. Miss Am I Normal is kind of all anyone can talk about.
Wow.
Who's Miss Am I Normal?
She's someone who's submitted to our school newspaper's advice column, and I can't tell you who writes the advice in the advice column because it's a really big secret.
Okay. Is it you?
Yes, please don't tell me.
I won't. Can I tell more?
We cut to the apartment, Louise's room that night. Linda's next to Louise in the loft bed with a laptop and the journal.
How many more of these do we have to write?
I don't know, but less talking, more typing.
All right. Pass me the journal. Oof, look at this one.
There's a knock at the door.
Yes?
Tina opens the door, sticks her head in. Linda and Louise quickly conceal the laptop and the journal.
Oh, hi!
Hi, I'm just gonna say goodnight to Louise.
Good night.
Mom, what are you doing in here?
I'm just keeping Louise company.
I had a bad dream.
Horrible dream.
Oh, but you didn't go to sleep yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm scared of having that bad dream.
So scared. It'll be okay, sweetie.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Tina shuts the door. Linda pulls back out the laptop, starts typing.
Mom, you're much better at being sneaky than I thought you were. I think I love you even more now.
Yeah. Let mommy manipulate.
It's a strange and amazing thing to see him draw. I never get tired of it. Bernard, I feel like you have a special connection to D23 because you are Disney trained. You are not only are you a natural and have magic in your fingers somehow, but I think you also received training. What I was thinking about asking you, and I warned you about this, did you get wisdom? Do they somehow teach you how to do what you do? Because in my opinion, and I'm not trying to just kiss his ass in front of all of you, but I really do think when he draws, the character is alive. There is a yup, that's them aspect to your reaction. It's a visceral thing that he gets almost every time. Did they teach you how to do that? Can you teach us?
It was, I guess, I was lucky. I got a job at Disney when I was still at high school. There used to be a studio in Australia back then, and so I went straight from high school to drawing. And I think a lot of it is just what they've done before. You know, all the animators sort of learned from the previous. So, and then I think you just, for me, it was learning to do the simple things with the simple Bob, for instance, he's basically a bowling pin, and I think when you're at working for Disney, you sort of start off with these simple shapes, and that's what helps, getting, you can start off with that, but then if you're doing Bob, doing a big reach, you use these strong lines of action. And for me, I think that's where you watch other animators draw like this, and it's starting with those very simple shapes and going from there is where I sort of learned, that was where I sort of learned the quick.
But why is that so funny? That's what I don't understand. Not everyone can do that. It's like you make it sound so simple, and then I try it, and it doesn't look like that. It's like you have acting in your hands.
Yeah, I guess it's probably just practice and drawing. A lot of shows. We started off doing. Even again going to shapes. I started off doing Lion King was like one of the first shows. So I got used to drawing Pumbaa a lot, and so you just draw these shapes like this, and there's Pumbaa. Boom.
Yeah, there he is.
And,
unmistakable. I want to, one of the things we love to do is get questions from you. And we never have enough time, and we always want to hear them. We have 11 minutes and 56 seconds. Can you start lining up? There's going to be some people helping you with microphones and it looks like letters, some kind of letter system like A and B. And we would love to hear from you. Please direct your questions to everyone on the panel if you can. If you can think of someone who needs a question, we'll take it. We'd love, oh, no one's lining up. Interesting. We've got one. Well, sir, you got the floor.
Hey, guys. Thank you for the amazing show. My question is, all your holiday episodes are my favorite. I can't choose one. They really get you in the heart sometimes. I was wondering if there was a holiday that you guys haven't done yet that you'd like to do, and what it would be.
Interesting. A holiday we haven't done but would like to do. I mean, it's sad that we can't do more birthdays. We did Tina's birthday once, and we feel like, boy, we did it right out of the gate in season 1, and now we can never do any other. You know, they can't age, as we all know, and that sort of feels like a little bit of a loss because I want to do birthdays. I like these kids. You know, I want to celebrate their birthdays. So we did Linda's birthday.
What about 4th of July?
Oh.
Yeah, we're usually not on in July.
Burger scene
What about
going on
Hanukkah?
there.
We didn't do Hanukkah.
We haven't done any Hanukkah episodes. It's true. It's true. It's a good question. And of course, we finally got around to Mother's Day, and that felt especially nice, I think, when we've gotten to do Mother's Day and have it feel like, that's what Linda needed that, and we won. And the show, it felt like a good fit for the show. Thank you. Should we go over here?
What holiday do you want to see, sir?
Don't go.
Look, I was trying to...
What about National Cookie Day or Pancake Day?
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day. I agree.
Hello.
Hi. I know that characters often don't age like you just mentioned, but do you ever consider doing episodes where we see like the Belcher family when the kids were like toddlers, or also maybe them older living a different life? I just would love to see a glimpse of like if Tina marries Jimmy Pesto and what their kids look like, or if Gene gets like a recording contract or something like that.
What we've tried to do, I hate to grab the answer to this, but I do know the answer. What we've tried to do is never say definitively this is what will happen, because it feels wrong somehow for us to say something. We've done fantasy pops to the future, but of course we can tell you what happened in the past, and we want to be careful. We don't want to just go and mine the past as if it's infinitely interesting. I think Wynn has to be really selective about doing that, but for our 300th episode, we are going to tell the story of the first night of the restaurant. And we're looking forward to doing that. Thank you.
Hi, I just want to say thank you for your show. It actually got me through the grief of losing my father 3 years ago. I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for this show. My question... my question is, are we going to get any more history about Coochie Copy?
Coochie Copy. We love Coochie Copy, and I'm glad that the audience found the pleasure in that strange character that we did too. Here he comes. Here he comes. Talk about a bowling pin. I guess all of it. I guess yeah. You've discovered our secret, which is bowling pin. We really went deep on that in Fluise, obviously, and that was really fun to do, to expand that mythology. But we will be back, yeah. That character's got to come back, and the trick is to figure out a new way to do it in a way that will surprise you. And so we're working on it. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing.
Oh, hi, hello again. Thank you again for both Bob's Burgers and the Great North.
Pleasure. Thank you for watching both of them.
Yeah, I know someone who's on the Great North too. Anyway, I couldn't help but hear similarities between Lifting Up the Skirt of the Night and Tempted by Squeeze.
Ha! Unintentional. Non-litigational. But I love Tempted by Squeeze. I remember that when that was in heavy rotation on MTV.
Tempted by the oh yeah, we used to blow out of school when we play Squeeze. Yeah, on the radio. Radio is something that you can listen to music.
Yeah,
And it comes in cars and stuff.
yeah. Thank you.
Quick aside, my Bob's Burgers, sorry.
Sorry, no, go ahead. Don't be afraid.
Oh, there's a nearby Bob's Burgers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a what?
A nearby Bob's Burgers.
Oh, there's a nearby Bob's Burgers. Oh, we should go check it out in Anaheim. Yes.
What was the inspiration behind Coochie Copy?
The inspiration behind Coochie Copy was we wanted Louise to have very unique taste in toys. We wanted her to have a toy that no other kid would have. We decided she was into imports. This was at the beginning of the days of like Kid Robot and this idea that there might be these kind of exotic toys from Japan that maybe other kids wouldn't have. So we decided he was just sort of, we weren't quite sure exactly what his country of origin is, but she had to be a special kid with a special toy.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
First of all, I love your show. I love watching it. What is your favorite episode that you've done on the show?
Well, I'll start with me. I love all the holiday episodes, but probably the one where Linda, it's her birthday, and she gets kind of locked out, and gum in her hair, and she poops at that hotel.
What about Dan?
The one where Tina auditioned as a boy for the...
Yeah. What about you, Kristen?
I really can't choose one. But I will say, when you guys see this one that we read, the whole thing, when it comes out, at the table read, it really rocked me to my core. It's good.
Nice. What about you, Larry?
I like the holiday episodes too, and maybe that heist episode with Bob.
Yes, golf ball.
Oh, yeah.
But there was an episode recently with Louise, and she read her book report, and right?
Yeah, did you talk about the Christmas episode?
Yeah.
Poem.
That was very sweet, I thought.
How about you, Bernard?
I've always had a soft spot for the horse rider, which was the Peter episode where she had the imaginary horse with Jericho. We had, that was a special episode. The end scene where she's riding, and I don't know if you remember, she's riding the imaginary horse around the field.
Now you're showing off.
Let him show off. Let me.
Do a character. That was the actor. Do John Roberts.
Yeah. Fantastic. Look at her ride. Look at her go. Thank you.
She loves the horses.
Over here.
Hello. My question is, Seth kind of alluded to this earlier about, I think the most distinct part of your animation is the dialogue and the kind of natural improvisational or conversational style of that. And my question is just, is that something that you kind of felt like was lacking when you watched traditional animation, or is that something that kind of just happened naturally in the writer's room, or what was kind of the genesis of your philosophy on dialogue, I guess?
For me, it's working with these folks. They bring that. This is something they should speak to, and I don't want to eat up too much time, but I'll just say this, and I want you guys to speak to this. They're in the booth. What they are is interested in making each other laugh and making each other funny. They're not trying to be funnier than the other person. They're trying to make the other person funny. They're very generous actors. This is kind of the same question for Werner. You have training, some of you. Is this right? Kristen, you're trained. Is this right? You have like a black belt in this. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, everybody, we've known each other. This is a very unique show in that it kind of was organically grown in New York City and the East Side with all these alternative comedians who've been friends for 10 years before. And I think, yeah, we want to make each other laugh, and we just knew each other very well. But yeah, one of the things that makes an actor the best is when they can hold their scene partner up and make them shine. And all of these gentlemen with me do that.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct. It's wonderful to see them work. I wish you all could see what they're like in the booth. They're exactly as funny and kind, and yet occasionally a little bit like a family, all on their own. A real family, and it's really nice to be part of it. Yes.
Hello, hi. I just had a question. I know not every episode has a musical bit in it. Like not everyone has a song. So what brings that song to the episode? Like, is it inspired by you guys, or is it pre-written?
There's I think in musical theater, there's this line they say, the song shouldn't happen unless the character couldn't say it any other way. And I'm not, Bob's is not musical theater. It doesn't try to be, and it shouldn't. But it is, I think, how we do it. We basically, it's like you don't want to put a song just willy-nilly. They'll feel gratuitous and kind of extra. You know, you put them where they're all of a sudden there just wants to be that energy. Either it's because there's a montage there, and what if we did a silly song to cover the montage, or it's the end credit bed, or if it's occasionally the character just needs to sing what the hell they're going through. So you know, and it's restraint too. You gotta like let it build up naturally. You know, there's something I think gross about just trying to hit a formula. Let it go. If you don't have a song for 5 episodes, that's okay. When it finally comes, it's gonna be a big one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, hi, sorry, I just wanted to ask, like,
hello.
To make it quick, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, like, how hard is it for you guys as actors to connect to your character and like really embody them in the studio?
Well, I kind of base my voice on my mom's voice, and she's from Brooklyn, and I've probably been imitating her since I was younger than you are, and she encouraged it, so now look at me. But and it's great fun, and she's a good sport.
Yeah, I would say like a 1.
I would say a 4 or a 5. I mean, one of the greatest gifts of doing animation is that I get to be a kid for decades and tap back into being a kid, and it's just such a gift.
Probably a 5. I don't think I'll get it up. Panic.
That's all the time we have. Thank you for that question. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, panelists. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Lauren. Appreciate it. Please stay where you are. Up next is Futurama.